name is Beston. I live in Cape Town. Also, I do delivery. Interbet helped me to realize my dreams. Now I have my own delivery vehicle and I'm able to do the removal in and around Cape Town.
Champion season 2022 gets underway at Hollywood Bets Gravels Saturday the 7th of May. That's this coming Saturday. We're recording the show Friday morning, so don't forget to check all your changes, scratchings, jockey changes, etc. I'm joined in the studio by Sheldon Peters. We're going to go through the 8-race card, plus, of course, the very special race 10, the World Sports Betting Dash over 400 meters that was last run in 2019 in the pre-COVID era. But let's get straight into the first race, which is the first leg of the bipot. Now, race 1 goes off at 11:45, so you've got to get your bipots on early. It's a maiden juvenile plate over 1,000 meters. We have a heap of old visitors in town, which is great for champion season, and race 1 is no exception. We've got Vasilikos in town, and we're going to show you a rerun of his race at Turfentine on the 23rd of April. We finished second. That'll be followed by an interview with Barbara Kennedy, and then Sheldon and I will discuss the chances of the relevant runners.
Back of the field, Stella Brillante, but they went past the 400 metres mark, and Mercantor has got company as Existentialist tightened up towards the outside, a few lengths away to Vasilikos, who races back in third. Then comes Lebanese Palm, but Mercantor digs deep past the 200. In front, tries to shake off Existentialist, who's now 2 lengths down. Vasilikos is third, but it's Mercantor in the lead, and Mercantor is going to come home and win. Mercantor, the winner. Second goes the way of Vasilikos.
Yeah, he's shown us a lot of work back home. We've put him in 1,000, maybe a little bit sharp for him, but he has shown us a lot of speed at home. So, you know, if he's not too green, and look, he will be needing the experience, but if he's not too green, he should be running in the back end of quartets.
Well, Sheldon, for us here in KZN, this time of the year is what we look forward to. It's the launch of Champion Season 2022, launched, of course, by the Independent on Saturday, Drill Lord Stakes, the World Sports Betting Guineas, the World Sports Betting Fillies Guineas, which all form part of this card. But we kick off with the Bonamansi maiden juvenile plate over 1,000 meters. Early start to the meeting, early start to the bipot. Vasilikos is the early favorite. How do you see the race panning out? How would you structure the first leg of your bipot?
Yes, thanks very much, Graham. Like you mentioned, we wait the entire year for this time of the year when we get the season rolling, so really looking forward to proceedings. As far as the opener goes, a number of visitors coming to town, as you mentioned. I think the first race, number 1, Vasilikos, the drop down to the 1,000 is going to really suit this individual. I'm a bit disappointed that the son of Karori hasn't shared the maiden as yet, because the debut behind Fennec Fox, there's been Fennec Fox winning another 2 races, Cool Winter, Miss Cool, River Cororis has come out to win 3, and Vantage Point. Then ran 4th, 5th and 2nd. So it looks to be one of those horses who's going to win the race, and I'm just hoping that it's on Saturday from the 1 draw. Going around the turn, obviously, for the first time, but I think number 1, Vasilikos, 28-10 down 2-1, will be the first selection. But number 8, Imposing, in those orange and blue silks, related to Good Traveller. You'll know more about the pedigree.
Yeah, he's a 3/4 brother to Good Traveller, but he's a half brother to a Group 1 winner. Visionaire really clicks well with his family. So, you know, Imposing is extremely well bred, same connections as Good Traveller. So if there's any money for Imposing, you'll have to respect that, because he could comfortably make a winning debut in this race. I actually don't trust Vasilikos. Like you, I'm making my first choice, but I'm certainly not going to make him a bipot banker. Hyatt is back on the turf after an indifferent run on the poly track. Anton Marcus takes the ride. There's been money for him in both starts, so you've got to respect the son of Rafi from the Frank Robinson stable. Enid's Girl has got some form, as has Eddie the Mover. So I think this first leg of the bipot may be a little more competitive than what appears at first glance.
I think if you go 2 runners, you should be on the safe side. Obviously, number 8, Imposing, did open 11-2. There's been a smidgen of support down 4-1, so wait for the official comment and see the individual in the flesh, and if there's a follow-through at the money, he could be way above the average. But I think number 1, Vasilikos, and number 7, Eddie the Mover, those are the 2 runners who should be sufficient for the opening leg of the bipod.
Okay, so there we go. Racing action at Hollywood Bets Gravel on Saturday the 7th of May. The start of Champion Season 2022 gets underway at 11:45, early start to the bipod. Watch them go down to the gates. Have a look at the latest betting before finalising your bipod bets. The early favourite is Vasilikos. He remains the first choice, but it's quite competitive.
Good fun. Days like these are great. You get the whole industry together, and to have, you know, companies and corporations like Interbet and Cape Racing who are so generous with sort of time and energy into making a day like this possible is it's fantastic for everyone.